Hello, and welcome to my technology and non-technology lesson plan on letter recognition and sound. This slideshow is for EDUC 590 with Professor Bruce Olmsted. The lesson plans that you're about to review were constructed to test the hypothesis that technology in the classroom is better than a classroom with no technology. Before I begin, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Tiffany Sutton, and I'm a graduate of Governor State University in University Park, Illinois. Upon receiving my degree, I began to specialize in little people and became a kindergarten teacher. I taught in Pembroke, Illinois for 3 years. While constructing my lesson, I aligned the state standards to the lesson objectives. This lesson meets the Michigan Technology Standards and the Illinois State Standard 1A for language arts for the grade level of kindergarten. The title of my lesson is Don't Disturb the Dinosaur for letter recognition and sound. The students who participated in these lessons are 20 students for both the technology and the non-technology lesson plans in the grade level of kindergarten. All the students have similar academic levels with the exception of one autistic student. By engaging in the lessons, I expect the students to be able to identify the letters in the alphabet and produce their sound. For this particular lesson, I will concentrate on the letter D. By mastering this skill, the students will have a better understanding that letters make sounds which can be blended into words. My hypothesis is that Group B, the students who are interacting with technology to learn the letter recognition and sound, may be able to identify more letters in the alphabet than those in Group A who did not use technology. To research the 9 technology standards, I used the textbook Using Technology with Classroom Instruction That Works by Howard Pittler and other authors. The 3 strategies that I chose to incorporate in my lessons are non-linguistic representation, cooperative learning, and providing feedback and recognition. And although neither of these 3 strategies gave me the highest percentile gain, all 3 were compatible to the objectives of my lesson. They contain graphics which help the student make mental images, they involve group interaction with peers, and they gave the students instant feedback. Before teaching the lesson, all the students were given a pre-assessment. I used this assessment to help me see how familiar the students were with the alphabet. The first assessment I did was to tell the student to point to the letter D while they were coming to the testing area. Once they were at the testing area, I gave the student a pictorial quiz which asked them to circle the pictures that started with the letter D sound. Lastly, they sorted some objects in front of them into 2 piles, those which began with the letter D sound and those that did not. After giving the pre-assessment, both my lessons began with a warm-up, teacher-directed instruction, guided practice, and independent practice. I began my lesson as such. Boy, is my bag heavy today. I told my daughter to clean her room last night, and I think she snuck all her things in my bag. Can someone please help me clear this bag? Who can tell me what I'm touching? Tell the students that they'll be working with the letter D. Show them the letter D card and repeat the phrase, my name is D, my sound is duh. My name is D, my sound is duh. As you can see, the independent practice is where the 2 groups differ in instruction. Group A will be using non-technology activities, while Group B includes technology. I've highlighted the activities that I'm going to use in each of my lessons. Group A will use letter recognition, letter sound, and letter sorting activities that do not involve any technology. For the letter recognition activity, the students are going to use art supplies to create a 3D letter D. They're going to use crafts that begin with the letter D sound, for example, dots, diamonds, and dirt. Then they're going to create their letter 3 booklet. Once they've created their booklet, they're going to cut out pictures that start with the letter D and glue them inside their booklet. The booklet cover is great because it gives the kids a physical connection to how you make the letter. For the second activity, the students are going to practice reciting the letter D sound. Using that booklet that they just made, they're going to sit with the partner and go through the book and identify the pictures. Their partner is going to hold a mirror to their mouth so that they can see how their mouth forms the letter D. After that, they're going to go back through the booklet and recite the words, but this time they're going to do the letter D hand gesture, which is simply taking your index finger and tapping the top of your head and saying, "Don't disturb the dinosaur." The last thing that the students will do is work with their buddy to sort objects. They're going to use the objects that were in the bag and they're going to play guess what's in the bag. As they remove an object from the bag, they're going to sort it into two piles, those which begin with the letter D and those that do not. A research project conducted in 2004 showed that computers can be beneficial in a classroom when teaching kids how to read. Computers can present information and activities to the student. It can access students' work, it can respond to the students, and it can provide scaffolds. For my technology lessons for Group B, I chose to use word processing application, a multimedia, and web resources for the activities. I chose these activities based on my experience working with the young children. Young kids require bigger font, colors, and graphics in order to help them remember things and to pique their interest. For my first activity, I chose Acting.com. I use this software to help present information to the students. In this activity, the students are going to interact with their peers using a word processing application for PowerPoint to help them make the letter D slideshow. Acting.com gives the students step-by-step instructions on how to create this slideshow. I love the fact that you use visual images. It connects pictures to words and sounds, and then once the students have created their slideshow, they can print it or save it and revisit the information for future reference. The second technology activity is conducted on CompassLearningOdyssey.com. I use this website to assess students' work and to respond to the students. I love this website. After I've taught a lesson, I can assign a lesson to students and they can go and use this as a review. For this activity, the students are just going to complete the letter D lesson. While they're completing the lesson, this program is going to give them instant feedback, let them know if they're right or wrong. After they finish it and they take a test, then they're going to use those results to see if the student needs to revisit that lesson. The last technology activity involves engaging the students in a web-based program, starfalls.com. I use this website to give the kids scaffold. This website allows them to work as fast or as slow if they need to. After they have reviewed the information, it moves them from letter recognition to making words to reading stories. For this activity, the students are simply going to complete the letter D lesson in the ABC section. A lot of studies have been conducted to show the impact of technology on a student's learning, from the Netherlands to the inner cities in New York. This is what the experts are saying. Technology assists disabled students. Technology helps early readers or ESL students. And technology can help students identify words. All the students were given a post-assessment. The post-assessment is the same as the pre-assessment, except that the students will also complete the quiz on Compass Learning Odyssey. When I previously taught this lesson, a lot of students were not able to master letter recognition and sound. I believe the 3 technology strategies will yield better results. When I reteach this lesson, I know that the students in Group B who use technology will score higher.